I'm going to show you my SUV that I will now be living out of for the rest of the summer. So basically it's a Ford Escape. It's actually my dad's. I do not own a car this nice. My car is a Dodge Caliber 2008 that would die on me if I was trying to do this. So yep, my dad is being very kind and letting me borrow this. It's 4 doors. It has 4-wheel drive. So the first thing I did when I went ahead and got the keys finally was I wanted to clean it out really nice and good because I knew it was going to get super messy super fast. And so I went to work scrubbing the inside, the outside, cleaning out the windows, the floors, getting it vacuumed. So the first thing I needed to do was put down all the seats. The heads also have a little button that you push in, and then there's this nice flap that keeps everything nice and flat. Underneath, you can see that I have a little bit of space for some of the things that I'm not going to need very regularly. So I have some work gloves. I also have my Carhartt overalls that are the winter kind, so I probably won't be needing them a lot, but I just wanted to have them in case. I also have my rain pants, which are great for working on the farm, as well as a map that I do not know how to read, so hopefully I will never have to use it. I also have jumper cables, extension cords. I have my knee pads here that are also great for the farm. Again, an extension cord, and then just some random tools that I wanted to bring along. Next, I went ahead and put in my 4-inch mattress foam that I bought like 4 years ago for my dorm. It came in super handy, and so I love it here. I actually had to trim off some of it because it was a little bit too long. So I went ahead and had my dad help me cut it. We just took a utility knife, went through a couple times along a level as a straight edge, and then made it nice and short so nothing would hang over. Next, I started putting in some of my actual things. So I realized pretty early on that I was going to be able to fit 3 of these gray tote bins, and I was able to find these at my parents' house in the garage. They were covered in spider webs, and I had to clean them all out, but they were free, so I am a happy girl. And one of them holds my food, like cans and things like that, and then 2 of them holds my clothes. One is more cute clothes and one is more farming clothes. I am planning at least 2 backpacking trips when I'm going to be gone. So I definitely need my backpack, and then everything in here is just like the backpacking essentials. So I have a tent in here, a sleeping bag, a sleeping pad, a camping stove, which is like gas powered, and then my poles. So this is a must, and I think it's going to go in the front seat to keep me company. This pack right here is actually brand new. I've never used it once. I got it a few days ago from my dad for graduation. But other than that, the rest of my gear is hand-me-downs from my dad. He has been backpacking for many years, and he's slowly getting nicer and newer equipment for himself. And so every time he gets something nice and new, I will get the older stuff, and he's always really good about letting me borrow it. And here is a treasure trove that I found while I was looking in the garage for other gear. I just found this huge tub of old stuff that he doesn't use anymore, and I really just had the best time looking through this. I just want to acknowledge how lucky I am to be able to have all this gear at my disposal. I understand that the average person is not going to have this, but the point is, you don't need the nicest and newest things to get into the outdoors. As long as you're prepared and you're safe, that's all you need. I thought these were pretty funny. They're basically like human doggy bags. And then of course I found a bunch of mini toilet paper, like a million of them. So the other backpack I just showed you is the bigger pack. That's obviously going to be a couple of days, but I wanted to bring my smaller pack too. So this is a really tiny one and it's just super convenient, so I'm going to throw this in the front too. I threw in this cooler as well. That was a gift from my grandma. And as you can see, my front seat is getting pretty full, but that's all right. I need all this stuff anyway, and it's just good to have. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in some of my baskets, and these are just going to hold all the things that I really couldn't live without this summer, such as my books, some art supplies, chargers, just things like that. I really like baskets. I don't know if I'm going to have room for this one though, so we'll see. This is my electric walk, and I really debated bringing it for a long time because it's obviously huge and it's gonna take up a ton of space in here, but I love to cook, so I want to have it. And when you work on farms, they give you a ton of free food, and if I only have like a little mini backpacking stove to cook, I'm gonna be so depressed. So I'm definitely bringing this. I'm gonna put it back here. Here we have this has been my nightstand for the last 5 years. It's cute, it's small, it packs up really nicely, and I already had it, so don't buy anything for a road trip. Use what you got. Now I'm hanging up some curtains that I actually made. I found this fabric at the thrift store for I think $2, and I just made it into a curtain with my sewing machine by making a little pocket, as you can see here. And then I ended up just stringing some twine through that pocket to make the curtain. So a fun fact about me is that I really love to sew. I get most of my clothes secondhand, and I love to alter them and make them unique or just make them fit me better, and so that's normally what I do with my sewing machine, but also fun little crafts like these are super cool as well. This is my kitty. Her name is Telly, and she really did not like me sewing. After this, she started hissing at me. I don't think she liked the sound of the machine. Here's a little trick that I learned, I don't even know when, but in order to get this piece of string through such a tiny little tube, you're gonna need something to help you push it through. And so if you just tie it on to a safety pin, you'll be able to kind of shimmy that safety pin all the way through the tube. And when you're done, make sure you wear it as a skirt first, because it's really cute, and then just hang it up in your car. And I attached it to just those two thingies that hold up the trunk. And again, I just tied it, so I was really proud. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. So here it is, all full with all my stuff. There's obviously a ton in here, but I think it's gonna be cozy. And of course, I'm going to be able to be reworking these systems as it go on. I might find that some of the stuff I don't need, or some of the stuff might be put somewhere better. Okay, that is what is in my Ford Escape, my little SUV conversion type thing. It's got everything I need for an awesome adventure. you.